Okay then, I'm now going to review this book, which is Jerry the King Lawler's It's Good to Be King Sometimes. It was released on WWE Pocketbooks in 2003 and cost a really small price of £6.99. So along with Hulk Hogan's book, this is like the cheapest wrestling book I've ever bought. I've still got the original sticker on the back there, £6.99 if you can see that. I don't know how clear that is. Yeah, it's pretty long book really. It goes into like 500 pages, 478 there. Yeah, 483 pages in this book, so it's a very long book. And if you look at the print inside, it's quite small. It's not really like big as in the other books, because in some of the new books they put the print quite big, so like it's easier to read for like younger audiences. But you know, this is a decent book, decent length. It's quite easy to read, apart from like the small lettering. You know, it bores you a bit looking at such small lettering, which, you know, that's why they've changed it in the newer books to make it look more interesting, more fast paced. You're getting through pages quicker, whereas with this it takes that bit longer because the lettering is smaller. Highlights of the book: it tells you a lot about his earlier days in Memphis, which is quite interesting for me because I've never seen any of his Memphis stuff. I've seen some of his newer stuff from the 2000 eras on the Wrestling Channel when it was over here, but you know, it was very comical recently and it was really hokey. It's just like a carnival sort of sideshow, if you know what I mean, nowadays, whereas in the old days it was more of a, what do they call them, territories. Yeah, he also gives you a lot of information about his family in this book. His numerous marriages to, I think Kay was his first wife, then Miss Kitty was another one of his wives. Then obviously Brian Christopher, his son, inside his pictures, coloured pictures, which obviously, you know, it gives you a little break from the book. Everyone likes coloured pictures, don't they? It makes the book look that much more legit in there. Low points of the book: he sort of up himself in a kind of, I can't really tell if he's being serious or not, because at one point in the book he says that like in Memphis he was as popular as Elvis, that's why he took the name The King. But you know, Memphis is in Tennessee, which is also where Elvis was very popular back in the day. I think was he from Memphis as well? He was from around that area. Is it Southern America? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, so he says that in Memphis that him and Elvis were as popular as each other back in Jerry's heyday. Whereas I don't really believe that, because you know, Elvis back then was the biggest thing around. He was the most popular guy in the whole world, wasn't he? So Lawler saying that it was as big as him in Memphis, I'm not gonna really buy that. Also gives you insight into the Andy Kaufman incident. If you're not familiar with that, I suggest that you check it out on Wikipedia, Google it, find out about that. He was an actor and they did a work shoot where basically Lawler attacked him in some studio. Like, Andy Kaufman said something out of turn, so Lawler slapped him and everyone believed it was real. Obviously it was worked, and then they ended up having some matches or something like that, and then Andy Kaufman went on to fighting women, I think it was. But yeah, it's quite an interesting story. That's probably the most interesting part of this book, along with how he broke into the business. He used to draw comics, he used to draw the what they called, the programs, and that's how he got into it. And he was in the radio business, I think, when, what's the guy called? Jackie Fargo, I think, was the guy who spotted him. Rating out of 10 for this book. It's quite interesting because it gives me a lot of stuff that I didn't know. But if you knew about Jerry Lawler, if you're from Memphis and you know about him already, you're not really going to get too much out of this book. I'd probably give it a 6, maybe 6.5 out of 10. It was one of the early WWE books, you know, before they really started pumping out these books about their current wrestlers, which I'm not a big fan of, you know. I've got Batista's, Rey Mysterio's, Edge's, a lot of these guys who are still working, and I don't really think you should release a book while you're still working unless it's got a certain finish point, like Jericho's finished before he started in the WWE, and that was an amazing book, you know, like I've said in previous videos. But yeah, this 7 out of 10. I would recommend that people read it, and if you like Jerry Lawler, and I'm not talking about it as a commentator, because we all know as a commentator he's wasted, and he should be, not that he should be used as a wrestler, he should be put out to pasture by now, and you know, left to the sidelines. But as a wrestler he was really good, and if you was a fan of his, I highly recommend that you check this book out and that you buy it. Yeah, so that's my review of this.